Okay, so the description of this movie made it sound awesome. Killer Croc, Scarecrow, and Deadshot all in the same movie? Like, it just sounded awesome. But it was a bit of a disappointment. It was a great movie, but definitely a disappointment. Especially with how much they changed Bruce Wayne's design. How many times the Batman costume changed. Like, oh, this one looks pretty good. This one looks decent, but I'm getting used to it. Oh, this one's awesome. Oh, it's changed again. So yeah, I wish they would have stuck with the costumes a bit longer instead of just changing them. And Bruce Wayne's design didn't really need to change every 2 seconds. And Killer Croc looked different in this. He didn't really look that good. He kind of looked like the lizard in Amazing Spider-Man, because Amazing Spider-Man is probably one of my favorite movies, but they definitely messed up Lizard's design. Um, Scarecrow didn't look the best, but he always changes, so that's fine. Deadshot was awesome. He looked great. Definitely better than Suicide Squad's Deadshot, though he was decent. My favorite story was probably the first one, because you get to see how different people see Batman. It's just like a new take on things. This one person sees Batman as like this brutal killer who actually flies around and has a real bat, and he looks a lot like Man Bat in that part, and he like cuts a guy's head off, which was funny in my opinion. There was one where the guy just thought he was basically just a shadow and nobody could hurt him. There was one where they just thought it was a robot, and that's why the bullets bounced off him. Another guy didn't even have a story, and he actually met the real Batman and helped Batman, because the bad guy tried to stab him in the back and he just bopped him on the head. So yeah, that was pretty cool. This was a decent movie. Probably not the best, but it actually was a really comic accurate Batman too. Seems like all the animated movies hardly ever mess up Batman, but live action does. Michael Keaton's pretty accurate, but then there's that dynamite scene. So yeah. That's it for this review.